Hi, welcome to the Amazonian Medical Mission here in the northwestern part of Bolivia. Today is one of those typical Amazon days. It just rains and rains and rains and never ever ends. Now, we have a problem. The roads are really rough, right? Really rough around here. And we try our best to keep our vehicle in good order. That's why we have a new bumper, because the previous one fell off. And it's connected to the chassis now, not on the body, because there is no space on the body to hold it on, because it's completely fell off. Now we have a problem here, and this problem is the shock absorber. As you'll see, the shock absorber is completely broken off. I've never seen this before. Going through the rivers, and there's sometimes these big rocks and logs and stuff in the rivers, and going to visit people on their, well, go to the communities. The roads are really narrow because no one ever maintains anything, and sometimes you bump into something, and over some time this has now finally broken. Now this shock absorber is a Bilstein shock absorber, a really good quality one. Even that the Amazon breaks. So yeah, now our vehicle's been here for about a week now, and we've bought the parts in Santa Cruz, which is like 2 days away. But as you know, the crisis in Bolivia hasn't disappeared. So they don't have diesel to even bring the thing here. So it's just been a waiting process. And even for us, we are busy finishing the radio station, and we have probably like another month to finish everything to the details, and just have no diesel to use our truck. We need to get building materials, no diesel. We need machines to level, don't have diesel. And the machines, tires, the one tire blew out because it was old. The machine must be at least like 30 years old, that the one digger machine. And that machine tire blew, and we had to buy a new one. And they're expensive now. Everything in Bolivia is really expensive, with all these roadblocks and rioting and terrorism that's been going on in Bolivia. It's just been endless problems with everything, and everything's just the whole country was down and shut down. But now trying to get everything again is just really expensive, and the dollar value to the Boliviano is getting more and more expensive. And so, but anyway, so we got the parts in Santa Cruz. thank you that we can actually get that. We're not in that state where we can't get things at all. That'd be terrible. But anyway, we just can't get it here to where we are at the Amazon mission. Well, even if we were anywhere nearby, we wouldn't be able to get it because there is just no diesel, and gasoline lines are still extremely long. And and next week we need to travel to La Paz to pick up the radio transmitter, which has finally arrived after 6 months of trying to get the new one. And it's now waiting for us, and we just can't get there. It just no ways of this. There's no flights. There's no gasoline, no diesel. What are you supposed to do? Walk? It takes one whole day, well, a day and a half just by driving a car. By walking will take you weeks. So can't do that. The transmitter's heavy. And so other interesting news is that I know that God takes care of animals. We have this little dog. Now it's coming out to me now. This little one. This little doggy is named Sinky. Sinky is boy in Afrikaans. And it's our first little baby dog that was born on our property. And the other day he got sick. And we were praying for him because we don't know what to do. We're too far from anything. There's no real... there is a veterinarian in the town, but they deal more with cattle than with dogs. And so this dog was getting worse and worse. I honestly thought it was going to die. There's no ways that I thought this dog's going to survive. And it survived one more day, and it was even worse. And I thought, okay, this dog is definitely dying. There's no ways. And I'm very sad. I'm very attached to these little creatures. They're like almost like little children. And we prayed and we prayed. And I pray, when we pray, no miracles happen, but I always pray for like God to show us exactly what we can do. And then I was just thinking to rub his belly, and in his belly was like bubbles. And he actually, I think there's like congestion with gas inside his intestinal tract or something. And he completely recovered after that. And now he's eating. He was extremely skinny. I thought he honestly was going to die from not eating. He had not eaten for a week. And so dog's life. Now he's running around doing his normal things. And God answered our prayer. And I just pray that God can answer our prayer on getting our vehicle. It's terrible to be stuck. This is our only real transport we have. We have nothing else. So it's terribly stuck. There is so much work we need to do, people to visit, bring the gospel, and it's just stuck here. And well, that's our other dog. This dog is a blue heeler. And when we had the theft, somebody said to us that the best thing to do is get a dog. Now, we didn't have money for a dog. So we went to Santa Cruz. This was like 6 months ago, I think it was. And this dog was a stray dog. And I thought, I know what this is. This is a blue heeler. Nobody knew what it really was. I thought it was this dog off the street. And I don't know how on earth this dog, these dogs are valuable dogs. And so anyway, so we adopted her because they actually wanted to get rid of the dog from the health center there. So we gladly took her. Nobody claimed it. And so we have a beautiful blue heeler, or as they would say, Australian cattle dog. And I thought it would be a problem traveling in our vehicle because our vehicle's only a two-seater and there's no extra space for nothing. It's a single cab. And she behaved herself so well. It was incredible. So God brings a lot of joy into our hearts with things. The other thing, good news, is that as soon as we finish the radio station, we're going to go straight into expanding the industrial school, where we can train people into construction. It's a great need in this area. Seriously, big problems with trying to get anything to do with construction here. We know it because we've built the radio station and we know all the problems. We need a brick making machine. We need a stone crusher. We need things to make roofing, because it's really difficult when you have the problems you have in Bolivia, and these problems they just never go away, and it's just unbelievable. You got to live here to experience it, to see how bad things are. I know some people, they come here as missionaries and they come here for 5 days, do photos, and they think all that missionary work or whatever. Come live here for 5 years, and you'll realize what kind of hell you're living in this place. Bolivia. It's really terrible to be in this place, honestly. If it wasn't for mission work, I would never live here. I would never choose to live here, ever. But we know that God has sent us here. This is difficult areas, exactly as God said we need to be. And so we are here. We are permanently here. I am a Bolivian citizen, as I used to be South African, but they took that. They don't accept the dual citizenship. So I'm now Bolivian. I'm not South African at all. I need a visa to go back to my own country, where I was born. But anyway, and so we are, but it's really incredibly difficult, and to be in this part of the world, and even in this part of Bolivia, it's even more difficult than any other part, I think, of Bolivia. Dealing with terrorism, dealing with drug dealers, death threats. We have received so many death threats already. And our radio equipment still not being ever recovered. The police do no real investigations. It's just a really, really corrupt, evil place where God light needs to shine. This is why we have the radio station, why we get started with industrial schools to help this place, to turn around this area for God's glory. Thank you so much. Our dogs are getting a little bit crazy here. And and may you have a fantastic week. One more thing I want to share is that, and this is a great prayer request, that as soon as we can get that transmitter, the radio transmitter, which will be next week, hopefully we get to La Paz. We're going to be taking taxis and various other transport, what we can, to get to La Paz, if there is gasoline. But we are determined. We're going to go, and God's going to have to open the way through the Red Sea for us to get to La Paz, to get that transmitter. We have also installing a TV transmitter in our radio station, our media center, and it's going to be broadcasting Red Avenue TV in our area. It's the only TV channel that for free in our community, the only one. So God's message, God's gospel, is going to be broadcast in our area with no competition. And our radio station is exactly the same. So it's a great, great privilege, a great step. I mean, It is to do this. What we're doing is like landing on the moon. One step for man, great, one big giant leap for mankind, right? Well, that's kind of the same for us on this side. So keep us in prayer that we have no obstacles, that we can get this done, and that we can get the radio and then the TV and everything broadcast in our area, and to bring this area under the dominion of God's kingdom. And thank you so much for watching this video. And as we say around here, cheers and bye. Bye-bye. For more information about the Amazonian Medical Mission, you can go to the Gospel Ministries International website, type in Amazonian Medical Mission under their projects, and then you'll see much more information about the projects we're doing, and also look for the Amazonian Radio Mission and see the work that's been done over there. Thank you so much for watching this video and for your prayers and your support. God bless you. As we say in Taman, Chera Humbai.